Travelers on the Omnibus occasionally touches on mature subject matter with mature language. As such, the audience discretion is advised.
Ladies and gentlemen.
That's staying in.
Okay, cool.
Not taking it out.
All right. Well, welcome to Travelers on the Omnibus, a field trip through nerd and pop culture. I'm Jody Kite.
I'm Ethan Skinner.
James McCarthy.
Brady Davis.
You were pointing at me, and then you pointed away as I was going through my name, so I had to speed it up.
Why not?
So I'm not James McCarthy. There we go.
Ooh. All right. So it's been a couple of weeks, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've had
a while.
Since I recorded a podcast.
That's it. Next
In
mixtape.
kayfabe, it's only been a week.
Is that
Oh,
Johnny
that's
Stained?
true.
over
Yeah,
there
but then it
here?
was 2 weeks without one previously. So let's
That's
just say
Eduardo Stained. Thank you very much.
We took a cursed holiday that was filled with COVID and missing SD cards and all sorts of other things.
Yeah, it's been
terrible.
a wonderful couple of weeks.
But
Yeah.
we're glad you are back with us.
Wonderful
glad.
is stretching it by a long shot.
It's been a week.
It's been a lot.
2 weeks.
Some weeks.
It's been.
There's 1 week since since we podcasted. 5 days since we pissed. You have to see a doctor if that's the case.
Ethan, what have you been up to the past couple of weeks?
Well, while being in solitary confinement, I've had one game to keep me going from insanity.
To rule them all.
Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
Oh.
It released on Steam last week, and I've had nothing but fun the past 5 days.
So this game loaded for you then.
Yes, I actually played the game.
I have a theory that's not real, but I'm going to put it out there. So right before he had to go into solitary, he goes, "Hey, I got this game, Tiny Tina's Wonderland," and then he had to go into solitary. I think we know what it's all about now.
It was you the whole time.
It was you, Ethan. It was you all along.
How have you enjoyed this Borderlands experience?
So, for those that don't know what Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is, imagine a typical tabletop game of D&D, but you put a Borderlands skin on it, and that's literally it. You still have the like gun and shield aspects of it, but it's also incorporating spells and magical abilities and all that, and all the like cross references between D&D and Borderlands and other franchises. Like there's a thing called the Holy Spell Grenade. I take on the Holy
Hand Grenade
Holy
band,
hand grenade.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which does the most absurd thing I've ever seen Borderlands do so far.
This is Borderlands you're talking about. So.
Yes.
Was
big
this game made
tall
by?
order.
Was this game made by the people who made Borderlands?
Yes,
Yes.
it
Okay.
was.
Okay.
I'm having a lot of fun with it. I got my friend Sheldon and my brother hooked on it, and we've been having the time of our lives.
Borderlands typically has a lot of comedy in it anyway, even though they play it down depending on what the story angle is that you're doing at any given point in any of the games. How wacky is this compared to the other Borderlands games?
This is probably the most wacky. The main plot,
I don't know, man. Shooty McShootface was.
Yeah.
That's the wackiest.
Do you have a talking sword instead of a talking gun this time?
Instead of a fairy godmother, there's a fairy punch father, which I
love it.
That's
I
good.
love
I
it.
like that.
I'm having a blast with it. I'm about a quarter of the way through it.
I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yes.
Anything else, man? Just that?
No.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Cool,
all right.
cool.
Brady, what have you been up to?
Solitary does that to him.
Yeah.
No.
Brady Davis, what have you been up to, man?
Ooh, a lot of stuff. If I'm not mistaken, in the last episode, I would have talked about starting the book, Zoe Punches the Future in the Dick. I finished that book and have started on something else that I will probably be talking about, if I'm not mistaken, the next episode. Yeah,
That would be the time course if you're going to wait one episode.
yeah.
All right, so secret mystery book.
Yes. Well, it's not that big of a mystery. I'm actually kind of rereading something, but
And yet you won't name it, so it's not a mystery. We want to keep it a mystery when
Yes.
we come back for it.
yeah, that's how you got to reel them in with.
Exactly.
It's the mystery box.
Yes.
You have to.
You are the J.J. Abrams of this podcast.
Don't you put that evil on me.
You are half of the Bear Country of this podcast, and now the J.J. Abrams of this
I will be the David Lindelof, but God damn it, I'm not being the J.J. Abrams.
Whenever we get a Patreon, you can unlock.
Lindelof doesn't have as much money as Abrams. You just
but I like Lindelof a whole lot better than I like Abrams.
No, sir, I have too much room in first class. Please bump me down to economy. That's what you just did to yourself.
Lindelof wrote The Leftovers. I am fine with being Lindelof.
I'm not. I really hope that he stops. I don't want him to die. I just want him to stop, like, in time.
He also did the new Watchmen.
How was Zoe punches the universe?
I don't like any of the Watchmen stuff post the Watchmen.
I think that they did this better than any other thing that has been done. But that's here nor there.
Fight? No, we're not.
That's neither here nor there.
We're not going to bust fight on this one. Not yet. Not yet.
Zoe Punches the Future in the Dick is a really good book. If you like it's in the horror section, but this isn't horror. It's more like a sci-fi thing. It's really, really good. I like Jason Pargin's writing style. I'm going to be looking for more of his stuff. I'm probably going to start reading his other series, John Dies at the End. But besides that, and that's just catching up. But besides that, this past week, two albums of band / artists that I like came out. The first one is the newest album of my favorite band, Coheed and Cambria, Vaxis 2, A Window into the Waking Mind. It's pretty good. I liked it. I didn't like it as much as the last album. The singles were all really, really good. You got The Liars Club, Shoulders, Comatose, and Rise Neonasha. I think that's how that one's pronounced. But the standout song from that one is The Liars of Supremacy. That's my favorite song off the album. It's got a lot of like 80s synth stuff in it, but also a lot of the other, but most of the singles and stuff are really in line with Coheed's normal fare. So if you like that, check that out. The other album is the new Lupe Fiasco album, which is Drill Music and Zion. This one, I liked the Coheed album. I really, really like this new album. I believe this is the one that last year, Lupe does weird things. He challenged himself to write 10 songs and to record 10 songs in 24 hours or something like that. Mm-hmm. I think this is that album. I haven't done a lot of research, but it's a really good album. If you like Lupe, if you like lyrical rap, this is really good. It's got a lot of kind of jazzy beats, which I'm not usually a big fan of, but these work. The content of the songs is really, really good. The songs are interesting. There's one called Kiosk where it's literally it's a conversation of mainly it's one of those guys who's in that kiosk in the mall, in the middle of the mall, that sells shitty jewelry, and he's trying to get the guy to come get it. And then it's Lupe responding to him, and it's kind of talking about the hypocrisies of wearing jewelry and diamonds and things like that. There's another one that's really good called Miss Mural, which is basically talking about the different philosophies and talking about different ideas of art framed in a conversation between a painter and his patron who has come and is asking him questions. Really, really good. But if you like Lupe Fiasco, or if you like that kind of lyrical rap that's got a lot of deep meaningful lyrics where you're gonna have to listen to it, it's oh okay, he said that, I need to go look that up. Genius is your friend when it comes to the website. Genius is your friend when it comes to Lupe lyrics, because there's always something interesting in there, because he pulls a lot of references. Some people will call it pretentious. I like it, but that's the two big things that I've been doing, because those are I've been listening to them a lot.
Cool, man. Cool. Jay?
All right. Kickstarter from 2020 has finally risen from the COVID dead and is finally starting to show up in my doorstep. In particular, finally, after 2 years of waiting, I finally have my copy of Blood on the Clocktower. for those of you who don't know what Blood on Clocktower is, it is, to me, it's werewolf on steroids, and by that I mean Ultimate Werewolf, aka Mafia, aka just any one of 1,000 different games that use the exact same style, and just try to ape off that, oh no, this is a totally, completely indifferent property, but it really isn't. It's a social deduction game. You have a majority of a townsfolk that think nothing is absolutely wrong until people start dying. Who's dying? Well, it's a demon, and the minions that help the demon try to killing everybody in the town. It's way more complicated than your simple werewolf game. It's not so much as everybody go to sleep, werewolf eat, see or see, everybody rise, discuss. There is a lot more built into this. The moderator is more of a storyteller in the realm of a dungeon master or games master, or a storyteller if you are so White Wolf inclined. It's going to be fascinating to run this tomorrow because I've been waiting for this for 2 years. I've been watching online play of it, particularly through the No Rolls Bard. Excellent YouTube channel. Also, for a fantastic review of this game and for just the idea of social deduction games in general, I highly recommend a video that Brady actually put me onto from No Pun Included.
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Yeah, it's another YouTube channel.
That's a good one.
Fantastic YouTube channel.
They don't get enough views.
I really like No Pun Included.
Yeah, like I think in that space between the Dice Tower and Shut Up and Sit Down, No Pun is probably my favorite after that, and it's how much I like them is closer to how distant they are as far as the views that they get for their channel. But no, I definitely check out No Pun Included's review on because I will say this. I kickstarted the thing, so I have skin in the game, so don't necessarily trust my recommendation of it because I literally paid money sight unseen because of what this thing could do. We're going to find out tomorrow night what it can actually do at the shop, and I'm really excited to finally get a chance to do that. Ethan, you and the missus need to come up here around 7.
I would love to play this.
I'm definitely down.
I think she will like playing this. Like I brought the box in. I wish this were a video podcast, but if you feel a gravitic pull on you right now, it's because that's the size of the box and the heaviness of the box. It is a tremendous production. Like I will say this, they did not skimp on production. 2 years, you kind of may worry about what's going on. No, you have felt backed cardboard tokens, and it's important for the book, or rather the grimoire, which is what the box is. You actually take 2 gator clips and you clip the middle of them, and it becomes one giant part of the game as well. So this is going to be kind of a test of both my social deduction moderator skills and my storytelling skills. So I can't wait.
And in that one, everybody gets a role, right?
Everybody has some sort of power or ability. It's not that you're just a vanilla villager. Your villager has some sort of either information at the very start, or is able to gather information during the game, or is able to affect other people in the game throughout the majority of the game. Like the ones that get their first night powers, pretty much you don't have any powers after that, but they do have that ability to know something, which to me is very empowering from the standard, Mafia and werewolf games, because if you're just a villager, you're sight unseen, and all you've got pretty much is your mouth and your reputation.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Sounds interesting.
There you go. So that is
that No Pun Included video has he starts off with a history of social deduction games, from Mafia on. And it's really a brief overview, but he gets into detail with especially the beginnings of Mafia and werewolf, which that was my favorite part of that whole video, because it kind of leads into where we get to with Blood on the Clocktower, and then he gets into the review of that. So I wanted to mention that.
Okay, cool.
All right, but yes, Thursday night, Magnarb Gaming. By the time this recording comes out, that Thursday will have already happened.
Yes.
But
it might happen again.
If you can time travel,
that's true.
Come see us.
If you can time travel, come see us, because there's some things that we would like done.
Yes,
or at least I would.
I you know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Well, I don't want to know anything. I just want it depends. If you can go to the past, hit me up.
Anything else, Jay?
That's the big one.
I have
Jody, what have you been doing?
Jody, what have you been doing?
Over the past couple of weeks, I've watched a lot of shit. Some of this shit I've watched over and over and over again, and I'll get to that one last. But I watched the Chippendales Rescue Rangers reboot movie. Actually, it's really good.
Huh. Is it?
Yes.
I've been told the opposite.
Well, the people that you probably heard from have no idea what they're talking about.
Do we need to invite those people on for a bus fight? I want to use Jody's music more.
let me establish the plot of the reboot. It's very, very meta in the fact that Chip and Dale, those like squeaky voices they had on the animated series, those were their actor voices. John Mulaney plays Chip. And I can't remember who plays Dale.
I think it's Andy Samberg.
It's Andy Samberg, which made it hard for me to really get into it because every time I heard John Mulaney's voice, I'm just like, this is John Mulaney the whole time. But the premise is the show's been canceled for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
The reason the show got canceled is because Dale wanted to do a side project and it fell through, but the show got canceled because he wasn't available or whatever. And so it's not like the Rescue Rangers were like an actual thing. Like it was an actual TV show, and they're acknowledging all of that. And there are so many Disney cameos from the Disney Afternoon. They explain that Dale got CGI surgery, so that's a choice that they made. There's so many inside jokes, and even one of the plot points is an inside joke. And I don't want to say anything to spoil it for anybody who wants to watch it, but I enjoyed it, and I wasn't like a super fan of Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, but I was like a teenager when it came out because I'm really old. But I enjoyed it for what it was, and I don't think they could have done anything else to it to make it any better than it is. Actually, just one little nugget: Ugly Sonic is
I've
in
seen
it.
that.
Ugly Sonic is in it.
I've heard it's not just even a cameo.
No, he's in it a couple of times. Which, for anybody who doesn't know, Ugly Sonic is basically the Sonic character before the internet blew up and said, "Hey, Sega, this looks really creepy. You should change it for the movie." And the internet won. Because
I think we all won on
yeah,
that one.
yeah. I mean,
except for the animators who had to work overtime to fix.
Oh, you mean
that.
the ones that got paid more for doing it? They got paid more for doing it?
And they probably had to work until they burnt out, probably too.
Yeah. But did they get paid? Now, if they didn't get paid, then yeah, we burn in Hollywood.
I'm assuming that Disney had to pay Sega some money for the caricature. But even though it's a parody, but it was a real thing at one point. But anyway, I really enjoyed it. Something I didn't enjoy, though, was a Netflix horror film called Somebody is in the House. Nobody was in the house, and it was very predictable.
Wait, if it's predictable and the name Somebody's in the House, then you can't predict that. Then you can't predict nobody's in the house. They literally lied to you.
Somebody was in the house for the first 5 minutes, and then there was nobody in the house, and it was very like predictable. I know what you did last summer kind of affair. So it wasn't very good.
I bet what we're about to say next is that there wasn't even a house in the movie.
There was a house, and nobody was in it.
If you want a good Netflix movie that's got the word house in the title, that's a horror movie, His House is great.
I want to see that one. That one's another one that's good. That's No One Sleeps in the Woods Tonight. It's a Dutch film, and it's fantastic.
I have heard of that. I do want to try that. Do want to watch that. I've heard good things about that.
Another film I watched was Encanto.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was all right. I enjoyed the animation. I enjoyed the characters. However, I've seen this movie already, but it's different. What I mean by that is I've seen Inside Out. There's no real protagonist in this film. It's all internalized, and I understand the story. I understand what they were going for. They can't keep doing it, though. How
do you say that there's no protagonist when what's her name is
Mirabelle?
There's no real villain though.
The villain is familiar trauma.
If you take exactly. But if you take, I was having this conversation I think with Jay. If you take out like at the end of Frozen the evil prince, there is no actual villain in Frozen. So I enjoyed it for what it was. I just don't want to see. I don't want to see it again. I enjoyed it. It was okay, but I don't want to see that story again where it's, there's really,
You don't want to see the same trope being
I don't want to see that turned into a trope too many times because they sort of, they've teased it in a couple other movies, but it hasn't been like the whole plot. But I get it. I watched Encanto because I watched Hamilton for the first time a couple weeks ago. And the Lin-Manuel Miranda. wrote and the music and the lyrics for Hamilton, and did a lot for Encanto. I think he did all the songs.
He did all the songs.
He did all the songs.
I think he worked like Dos Oruguitos. He was with another person, but like he wrote most of the songs.
And he did some of the songs from Moana, I think, as well.
He did all the songs.
He did all the songs from Moana. I absolutely love Hamilton, and I've watched it probably like 15 times in the past 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, it's really, really good.
So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Good stuff.
So, Jay, do we have any passenger feedback?
Yes, and if you would like to leave passenger feedback, if you know us, just do what our friend Jarrett did and just message me, and that's good. But if you don't know us, thank you for stopping by the podcast, and please email us at travelers on the omnibus 1L travelers on the omnibus at gmail.com. We are available on Apple and Google and on Spotify and Anchor as far as this podcast goes. And I've been saying this is the week we're going to get Stitcher.
You can also directly message us on Spotify.
Yeah, you can also and also take part in our polls and questions for per each episode, which are up for a week after they are put up. So there you go. But yes, we have some passenger feedback this week. It is from, as I said, our friend Jared, a.k.a. Brother Hubbard, from the wonderful podcast Silence Your Cell Phones. And he writes thusly. If I can get this to fucking center right. There we go. So this is a hot take, and I absolutely love them. But are any Star Wars movies particularly great? I mean, there's an argument for Empire, but I don't think there's a big drop-off from the prequels to the originals. I think I enjoy New Hope more now due to the supplementary media, Obi-Wan, Solo, Rogue One, but I honest to God think that Revenge of the Sith is the second best Star Wars movie of all time. I like a broader scope of world building the 3 gives. We get some of, if not the best villains in the Star Wars in the prequels. It's not just Luke, Vader, which is the OG trilogy boils down to, but we have Dooku and Grievous are fantastic villains. The action in Revenge is way better. I just think people hold the OG to such a high pedestal for what they did. It's kind of like, well, we will forgive some stuff, but we won't forgive that in the other movies. Also, look at the spectrum of what other sci-fi movies came out in 1999 and tell me Phantom Menace isn't like the second best movie to come out besides The Matrix. Also, for the prequels, Anakin's story, he is the protagonist. I have thrown the grenade. Somebody jump on it.
Can I say one thing real quick? Outside of Matrix, during that time period, there wasn't a lot of sci-fi, period, anyway. There wasn't.
I disagree. I think the sci-fi that came out was not memorable. I do think Strange Days, which I think came out there with like Ray Fiennes.
That's out in 2002, 2001.
Same era.
Right.
Same era.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
I think there was some stuff there. Also, Dark City, I think, comes out a couple years earlier than that.
Dark City is like 98.
98, yeah.
Right before Star Wars.
Right before, I think there were very good concepts at play there that just didn't have.
What I was about to say is I actually agree with him that there wasn't a lot of good sci-fi. The sci-fi that did come out, there wasn't a lot of good sci-fi that came out during that time period. But again, there wasn't a lot of sci-fi. Sci-fi came out, but you're talking like 1 to 2 pictures.
I would argue there's never a lot of sci-fi that comes out.
That's very true. That's very true. That is very true.
There's maybe a couple of movies.
I do think the percentage has gone up in the last 10 years as far as like number of science fiction movies that come out.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, probably like during that time period between the first prequel movie and the last one, there was probably like 1 to 2 big ones that came out during each one of those like 2-year periods or whatnot. So I can agree with that. As far as there not being that much good sci-fi out during that time period, except for The Matrix.
I see a deep breath being taken.
Let Ethan go because I'm going to get on a rant.
You need more breaths. Okay, get all those breaths in. Ethan, fire away.
I want the listeners to realize how happy I am with someone, a third party, somewhat taking my side, but also
a professional movie podcaster.
Yes.
The best thing that he tells you is that is the question are there any good Star Wars movies?
I said somewhat agrees, but also
without misquoting him, the question is, but are any Star Wars movies particularly great?
Yeah.
I think he puts them at good, but are they any particularly great? And basically coming down to is how big is the disparity between the originals and the prequels? I think that's where the crux of a lot of this is coming from.
But I think the key thing I want to take away from this, when that statement was said, I saw Brady's face turn sour, like he ate the sourest lemon, and it fills me with joy a little bit, Brady.
I'm sure it does.
I'm sorry.
We're eventually going to have real bus fight.
It is hard to say, like, it's hard for me to even comprehend the statement of the, like, Star Wars A New Hope not being great because it was a phenomenon. If it was a shit movie, it wouldn't have been a phenomenon like that. So yeah, that doesn't make any sense. On a technical movie making level, Empire and A New Hope are great movies. On a technical movie making level, like when you get into any of like plot and everything, yes, Lucas is not great when it comes to like character work, and that really, really showed in the prequels because he didn't have anybody to kind of help him out with that. And he also...
Oh, and we had this before. It's not that he didn't have people to help him out. It's that
nobody
could say, hey,
that's what I
rethink
meant,
this.
basically, yeah. Revenge of the Sith is the best of the prequels, but I think that it is overrated. Dooku and Grievous are good characters because of the stuff that didn't happen in the prequels. If you only saw Grievous in the prequels, all he is an asthmatic dude who gets shot with a blaster. Like, that's it. There's no cool lightsaber fight. He just gets shot with a blaster.
He collects 2 lightsabers.
And he runs away, and he spends most of the movie running away from Obi-Wan Kenobi.
He's a poor asthmatic. God, like, all he is lungs, and he's got
Grievous
rickets.
in the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars, that the original Clone Wars show, is great. That is a great, cool character. Almost a slasher villain character, except he's hunting Jedi and not teenage girls.
That clip that you showed all three of us in the shop, that was a really, really like powerful scene to just show how powerful that.
Yeah, he kills like
is.
six fucking Jedi. What does he do in Revenge of the Sith? He runs away. Dooku, I love Christopher Lee, but like there's not much to that character. That all of that stuff is outside of
Right.
those movies.
I want to chime in on one thing real quick, defending the original trilogy, because he said, like, you know, comparing the two. Just like what he said about the prequel sequels or whatever, not prequel sequels, but the prequels. In 99 to 2003, there wasn't a lot of good sci-fi films. That can also be said for 1977. During the late 70s, there really weren't any sci-fi movies coming out to note that had any impact outside of Star Wars. And Star Wars, the original before they even called it The New Hope, influenced television more than anything else, because that's how we got Battlestar Galactica, the TV series, after that, like 1978. So that's all I wanted to say about that. Like there were really not a lot.
I want to attach a quick writer to that. Alien, I believe, is 79.
Yes.
And I believe Superman is either 78 or 79.
I believe Superman's 77.
Is it 77?
It might be
77,
77, 78.
Let's find out.
We're going to get some unbuzzing on here, but I guess my point here is that it's a bit too dismissive for me to say that there's no sci-fi going on at the time. Or no other sci-fi going on at the time. I will say, again, those are kind of some cherry picks there.
There's about as much as 99.
As 99. That was my point.
Era.
Yeah.
Okay.
Superman, the movie, came out in 78.
78.
Okay, a year later.
The last thing I want to talk about is the action. Please, for God's sakes, like rewatch that Anakin Obi-Wan fight. It is so hard to tell what the hell is going on. This should be in Revenge of the Sith. This should be a very emotional thing, but because we have to do all this flippy dippy bullshit, I can't tell what's going on. Also, they both have blue lightsabers, so it's very hard for me to tell. And like, it is a mess of an action scene.
All right, so real quick, just to go over the other quote unquote sci-fi films that came out in 1977, the same year as Star Wars. Close Encounters of the Third Kind is really the only notable one, which it is a big notable one.
In directly that year, yes.
Directly that year. They clump in Wizards in 1977, which is an animated Ralph Bakshi film.
Which watch Wizards.
Right, Wizards is
it
good.
was rated PG. There's titties in it. animated titties, but it's still there.
And
That's not just
it's a rough back. You didn't have to say that.
nipples.
That's
Elf nipples.
Well, no, I mean there was no titties in his Lord of the Rings.
Well, that
and
is
they were
true.
both, and they're both PG.
They're both PG, and people are getting slaughtered. There's some hardcore like fight scenes.
The history
in that.
of the rating system is kind of fascinating, especially when it comes to PG.
Well, especially when no PG-13 existed yet.
The only thing that comes to mind is Watership Down. When you
Watership Down
Jesus.
was pretty.
It was rated
rough and
G.
rugged. That was general audiences. Come watch these bunnies get ripped asunder.
Just
Not even that. Let's have a moment talking about them getting fucking suffocated inside their burrows.
Yes.
That's
also true.
that's the worst part.
One more thing to balance out. Okay, so we had 99. We had the first prequel film, episode 1.
Yes.
And we also had The Matrix come out in 99. In 77, we had Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and then the other sci-fi films such as Kingdom of the Spiders and Damnation Alley. So
I kind of did Kingdom of the Spiders.
I have no idea what that movie is.
those are flying over my head.
It's my brain shut off. William Shatner in a spots tarantulas.
You could be lying to me, and I'll take it.
There's a scene in the movie where a tarantula is on a woman's hand, in the back of her hand. She takes a revolver and shoots her hand off.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
awesome.
Because you know what was popular in the late 70s?
That's what, until Star Wars, that's
Right.
what sci-fi was crap like that.
The mid to late 70s was all about bugs. Like they went back to the 50s and 70s.
especially when animals attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you had Kingdom of the Spiders, you had bees, you had ants.
Night of the Lepus.
Yeah.
Night of the Lepus.
Night of the Lepus. Giant murderous bunnies.
The Wasp Woman.
And contrasting,
Yes.
kind of going back to my point, the action in Revenge of the Sith is an absolute mess. That last fight has no. First of all, there's no tension because you kind of know what happens.
That's the problem with the
entire prequels. That's a problem with the entire prequels. But besides all that, there is no feeling, no drama in this because they're still having to do all this flippy shit and it's all over the top. There's no character moments in that, and it just kind of ends. Compare and contrast that to even though these are more showy stuff that's in Revenge of the Sith, but you have more meaningful action that's in the original trilogy. You notice that I haven't really defended too much Return of the Jedi because even though that's my favorite of the trilogy, it's the quality isn't as good. But you look at the drama that's going on with the fight between Luke and Vader in that one, or the fight between Luke and Vader in the second one. There's so much drama in there, especially in Return of the Jedi, because you have this. Luke's trying to fight off the dark side and trying to win over his father, and they take time out to actually to move plot points or character moments. They don't have that in any scenes in the prequels. All the action is just there to, hey, Jedi are really fucking cool.
Why? How about why not in Empire Strikes Back? When Luke jumps out of the pit, why doesn't Vader just pull him back in with his prodigious force powers like he has in Obi-Wan?
Well, yeah, they talk about that.
As a retcon.
They talk about that. They talk about that in Red Letter Media.
That's my submarining of just that. There shouldn't have even been a fight in Empire. It literally should have been him getting now with what we can see the Force can do. It's let's just you jumped out.
Yes.
And then he just pulls him back in and then he crushes his head.
Well, that's what happens when Star Wars does prequels is they retroactively keep the later stuff dumb.
And then the sequels did it. Now you can heal anybody whenever you want. Oh, but you might die. It takes a little bit of yours.
Episode 9, the 4-hour spectacular.
4 hour.
Well, that had a whole weird thing where they were whatever the fuck they called them.
Future episode.
I think Bus Bite 2 Electric Boogaloo has come to a close here.
I wouldn't call this necessarily, but I think this is like the Conor McGregor attacking the bus of Khabib Nurmagomedov of bus fights.
Yeah.
Where that had a little bus in it.
Brady, I'll give you one more finishing statement.
I strongly disagree with Jared.
I want to thank Jarrett, and in this regard.
Yes, thank you, Jared.
Oh, yeah.
No, for a different reason than Ethan's. I want to thank Jarrett for proving that what we talk about here has some sort of impact, and that it came back to us, and that we had some other
Fair
opinion
enough.
to that.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
Jared, thank you for that.
Thanks,
because
Jared.
It was content that gave us more content, so we greatly appreciate it, brother. We'll be plugging Silence Yourself.
Yeah, you gave this podcast like 20 more minutes, probably.
Yeah, keep up the good work. So yes. So again, any future feedback, travelersontheomnibus@gmail.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Nerd Showdown Game Show Showdown Show.
Also known as Quiz Bowl.
That we're going with that one.
No, we're not.
All the ones that we workshopped. That's what we're going with.
Did we workshop much?
We workshopped. What? Yeah,
We workshopped something. No, we didn't workshop anything.
No.
we workshopped calling Luchasaurus Luchacidius.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, we
let's-
workshopped that. That
Yeah,
one came out
that was-
really good.
That was good.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do now is we're going to have a little game show showdown between all the four of us travelers. And we have I don't know, a specific gimmick for each one of us. And we're going to start with Ethan.
Oh,
Hold on, we're going to start with that. So, spoilers, next episode is going to be another one of our delicious, usually very trending well chalkboard episodes.
Oh, yes.
And we decided to get a little bit fun with this because only one silver bullet's going to be handed out. Who's going to get that? It's the person who wins the game shows.
Mm-hmm.
So here's how this works. We gave everybody, you can only give 20 points per your portion of the show. So the only 20 points are available per each one of our shows. At the end of it, we're going to tally up the points, and the winner gets the lone silver bullet for the next chalkboard, which we will tell you more about at the end of this episode.
Those are the stakes for this game
Yes.
show. It gives us purpose.
I want me some bullet. We also got buzzers.
all right. Let's try to win that bullet. I like to call my segment Smash Factor.
Smash Factor.
Yes, lovely. So I'm going to ask 3 questions all about the Super Smash Brothers franchise.
Shit.
We didn't have to say what topics we were talking about.
No, you didn't.
Exactly.
No, you didn't.
So I'm going to ask a question. This is still going. Okay.
I
Yeah,
hope
it's
it's
the one we
multiple
can't
choice.
stop.
Oh, yes. I'm going to ask 3 questions. Each question is going to have 4 options. Whoever buzzes their buzzer first, they get to pick the option first. If they are correct, they get the points assigned to that question. If they are wrong, they cannot answer for the rest of the question. And it goes on until someone either gets the question correct or no one gets it correct.
Metal as fuck. I like it.
Cool.
All right. The first question of Smash Factor. When did the original game release? Okay.
I believe it was the year 1999.
You are correct, Jay. You get 5 points.
5 points. Who's writing this down?
Shit.
You should probably keep up with your own points.
Okay.
Do we trust each other for that?
That is passive aggressive. Just because I got the first one.
I've got a
I've
note.
got it.
Okay.
I've got it. Fuck.
Okay, you got it? Okay.
Okay, well, that was right off the bat. But anyways, the second question. How many characters are in the original game roster? I heard Jody's first.
151.
That is incorrect.
I believe 12.
And Jay gets it again.
Awesome.
I think this is going to be is it 5 points?
That is another 5 points.
No.
That's going to be a quick game show for Ethan.
I wasn't expecting this to go this fast. This final question is worth 10 points.
Oh.
What character has been in all of the games? Yeah. I didn't say the options.
That's
Oh, you didn't say that there was going to be options. You didn't
I
give
said
options.
there were options.
I just was very good at getting in.
The options are for this question.
All right, we'll reset this.
Princess Zelda, Marth, Jigglypuff, Mr. Game & Watch. I heard Jody's first.
Jigglypuff?
That is correct.
The man gets 10 points.
Jody, you got 10 points.
10 points.
Awesome.
There we go.
And that concludes my section.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Smash Factor was a smashing okay. Jody, whose section is next?
Yours.
Oh, mine. Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
welcome to Jay's Crazy Question Corner. Jay's CQC, no grappling required. So I have picked 4 topics. Those topics are actor, British bands, American sports teams, past and present, and Pokemon. All right, those are the 4 choices. Brady, select the question from one of those 4 topics.
British bands.
British bands. Okay, here's how this works. I will offer a 5-point really weird trivia point. If you get that one, you get 5 points. Everyone will get 1 chance. I will ask, please wait until I am done talking with it. I will lower my hand so that you guys know that I'm done with that part of it. If you can't guess it, I will give you a 3-point trivia notion about this person or topic. Again, go around through. If no one can get off that, then there will be a 1-point trivia point about this. So you have selected British bands. For 5 points. The band's name has 2 meanings. It references the song title for the last song the lead singer wrote for his former band, and is also slang for an abuser of amphetamines.
Oh, this is going to be one of those.
Could
British
you repeat
bands
the question again?
I will repeat the question one more time. The band's name has 2 meanings. Again, topic, British band. It references the last song written by the lead singer of the current band that he wrote for his former band. It is also slang for an abuser of amphetamines.
In this format, if we answer wrong, can we answer?
You can still answer on the 3 and the 1. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I got nothing.
That is the Fairy of Disappointment. No one can answer anymore on the 5-point. We're going to go to the 3-point. These are descriptions that have been given of this band, either by band members or by people speaking of the band. We're a blues band that just plays faster. We're not a metal band. We're just a rock and roll band. Go for it.
Led Zeppelin.
That is incorrect. You are out of the rest of this question. All right. British punk's favorite British metal band. The absent fathers of Metallica, Pantera, and Anthrax. Ethan.
Black Sabbath?
Incorrect.
Judas Priest.
Incorrect. We are going to the 1-point question, or the 1-point fact. Their most famous song has no hidden meaning. By the admission of the lead singer, he's just trying to rattle off as many gambling terms as he can. The name of the song is The Ace of Spades. I got Jody on.
Motorhead.
The answer is Motorhead. 1 point for Jody.
1
Yes.
point for me.
Yes, there you go. But no, the last song that Lemmy wrote for his previous band was called Motorhead. And he then covered that song on Motorhead's next album, on the Motorhead's first album. So that's the reason why they're called Motorhead.
For some reason, it did completely passed over me that they are a British band.
Yeah.
Shit.
Also.
Take one look and die.
And I've watched the Lemmy documentary, and I could not remember that.
Strangely enough, Lemmy, even though it's a lot of card gambling in that song, he actually preferred slot machines. This is true.
Yeah. In the documentary, like he just goes to this bar and like just plays.
All right, British band is off the table. Jody, you have actor, Pokemon, and American sports teams, past and present.
Actor.
All right. For 5 points. Lars von Trier had to use a body double for sex scenes involving this actor because, per von Trier, his penis was, quote, too big, and everybody got very confused when they saw it.
Willem Dafoe.
That is correct. Willem Dafoe for 5 points. The other facts on him. This actor finds himself in several Christian-ish movies. In one film, he plays a carpenter on a notoriously long walk. In another, he follows 2 Catholic brothers as they provide cab fare for the boatman on the River Styx, referencing Passion of the Christ. Last Temptation of the Christ. Excuse me. Last Temptation of the Christ and the Boondock Saints. Mm-hmm. The 1-pointer, he played Norman Osborn in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. That was literally the one where if you hadn't got it at that point. 5 points for Brady. 5 points for Brady. Yes. All right. Ethan, there are 2 subjects left. American sports teams, past and present, or Pokemon.
Let's go with American sports. Teams.
American sports teams, past and present.
That was not what I thought you would go for.
Not at all.
I mean, there's still
right.
gonna be.
Okay, so one thing I would just want to stress again: when my hand comes down, that's when the buzzers can go off. So that way the entire answer goes on.
Gotcha.
There. All right, so for 5 points, the team's colors are based off of the oil industry. This does not reference the Houston Oilers.
Oil industry. What the? Ooh.
Can you repeat the fact, please?
I will do it one more time. The team colors are based off the oil industry. This is not a reference to the Houston Oilers.
I got nothing.
That is the science fiction of discontent. So we will go on to the 3-point question. The team name is based off of a song and a November 1st holiday.
It should,
November 1st.
Why did you choose sports?
I don't know.
I picked a topic that I think, like yours was actor, his was British bands, his was Pokemon, and mine was American sports teams. I just thought it'd be balanced that way.
It's very balanced.
That is, yeah.
The fairy of disapproval has flown over us, and we will go on to the 1 point. That song, "Oh, when the blanks go marching in."
Oh,
I hadn't finished the question yet. I'm thinking about
you
disqualifying.
did. You also didn't have your hand up.
Yeah.
That is
to
true,
show
but
us
yeah.
that.
So there we go.
The Saints?
What city?
New Orleans?
Okay, the New Orleans Saints. That is correct.
Knowledge,
1
bro.
point. Knowledge, bro.
I should have figured that you
Yes.
would have done.
The team was the announcement for the team being given to the city of New Orleans happened on All Saints Day, November 1st.
Ah, okay.
Of course, the song
Catholic
and
holidays.
the reason why they are black and gold, the oil industry was big in Louisiana. Black and gold. That's the reason why the Saints are black and gold. There we go. All right, the final topic, Pokemon. All right, for 5 points, this Pokemon's Pokedex listing is 493.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Go for it, Ethan.
I am going to guess Honchkrow.
That is incorrect.
Okay.
Rapidash. That's a Pokemon, right?
His answer was Rapidash. That's a Pokemon, right? Unfortunately, is incorrect.
Okay. Just thought I'd throw it out
Mewtwo.
The answer is not Mewtwo.
Okay.
Mewtwo would be 150.
Okay.
there. Yeah, I was about to say, I knew that wasn't right because he's one of the
shit.
originals.
For 3 points. This Pokemon, if myth is to be believed, was born from an egg at the dawn of time and is responsible for the creation of the Sinnoh region, perhaps the whole world. Go for it.
Arceus.
That is correct. The answer is Arceus.
Of course.
The
I
1
couldn't
point.
remember if it was Arceus or Arceus.
I would have accepted both.
It's both.
All right, the 1 point was this Pokemon's name is the subtitle to a game on the Nintendo Switch, which is practically just Breath of the Wild meets Pokemon.
That's a good one.
I appreciate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for
What did
visiting.
Ethan get from that one?
He got 1 point. Three
points.
points. 3 points. My apologies. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for stopping by Jay's Crazy Question Corner. We hope to have more crazy questions at a later date.
Cool.
Well, now that that's all been settled, it's time for everybody's favorite game show. Wait, what's this? It's a bloody card. Hold on 1 second. Oh, the host has been tied up and now he's in a closet somewhere, hiding. Hello, everyone. I'm JL Kite.
Oh,
shit.
Virology's here!
We've been invaded.
It's time for us to play a nice little game I'm calling Dead or Not Dead.
Okay.
Depending on whether or not your answer is still alive, there'll be a bonus question worth extra points. Dead or not dead? Mary Steenburgen.
Not dead.
Correct. You get a point.
Yay.
Ooh.
Is it just 1 point?
1
Jail.
point. 1 point.
There we go.
Is Jody at least comfortable in the closet that you put him in jail?
He'll be fine.
Okay, that's good.
British comedian and actor Mel Smith.
Alive.
Incorrect.
Dead. Is he dead? I need to know.
He's dead.
Oh, I really didn't want that for him.
R.I.P.
I just because if he's not alive, I mean, what else is he?
Yeah.
Zombie. Oh no.
Or vampire.
American actor and director Paul Newman.
Dead.
Correct. You get a point, and this bonus point if you get this correct. Multiple choice. Did he die in 2008, 2002, 2001, or 2003?
I'm gonna go with 03.
That is incorrect.
It was 8, right?
What's that?
It was 8, right? 2008.
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
So you have
My favorite Newman salad dressing is French. Just want to put that out there. So I got 1 point, but not the bonus.
right for that. So
I think that salad dressing doesn't like they don't make profits off of that. All the profits
it all goes to charity. Yeah.
goes to charity.
American actor Charlton Heston. Ooh, that was real close. Brady.
He is dead.
Correct. You get a point.
Cool.
What year did he die?
Shit.
2004, 2008, 2001, or 2009?
2009.
Incorrect. 2008.
There you go.
Very close.
There you go.
Should have went with my gut.
Japanese artist and author Yoko Ono. Ethan.
He is dead.
He is not dead.
Okay.
He's also not a he.
Oh, my apologies.
Would you like to hear my favorite poem from Yoko Ono? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Yep.
Okay.
American
bets.
singer-songwriter Jimi Hendrix.
Dead.
Correct. You get a point. What year did he die? 1973, 1965, 1966, or 1970?
I want to say 70.
You are correct.
Yeah, I think it was the year after Woodstock.
That's an extra point.
That is an extra point. Okay. American author Tom Clancy.
Dead.
That is correct. You get a point.
They still make video games off that man's name.
Did he die in 2013, 2007, 2016, or 2018?
I'm going to go with 13. I believe you said 2013.
That is correct.
Right.
This next one is worth 2 points.
Oh.
Okay.
American actor Mark Hamill. Brady Davis.
He's alive.
You're correct. You get 2 points.
Sweet.
American singer-songwriter Tom Petty.
Dead. I had to choke that one out too.
Yeah, it hurts.
What year? Was it 2010, 2016, 2019, or 2017?
I want to say it was 2019.
That is incorrect.
Oh.
2017.
Time means nothing anymore. No, I won't back down. Oh, here we go.
Yes. American musician Ike Turner.
Ike Turner's dead.
That is 2 points. What year? Was it 2011, 2008, 2007, or 2003?
I want to go 03 again. One of these has to be 03. I have to imagine. Some people died in 03.
He died in 2007.
Ah.
This next question is worth the remaining 7 points.
Shit.
Brazilian footballer Pele. Brady Davis.
He is dead.
No.
Give it to the boy. Give it to the boy.
He is alive.
Correct.
Yes, I got points.
No, you didn't. That's not how this works.
Oh.
All right. Next question is worth 7 points.
Gee, wait a minute.
Oh, we just keep doing this until somebody gets the
Yeah.
7 points. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yes. American actor Brad Pitt.
Give it to the boy.
Brad Pitt is alive.
You're correct.
Yes.
I was concerned that he may have died earlier today, and we didn't find out about it. And the way we were going to find out about it was through this podcast.
That would have been great.
Oh man!
No.
All right.
That was me. I stepped in. Woo! I'm back.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
Shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Whose blood was that on his
It was-
cards?
His own.
Oh shit!
Wow.
All right.
He did that while he cut himself while he was trying to tie me up.
So by process of elimination.
Yes.
Oh shit! It is me. Okay. So we're gonna do basically kind of a Jeopardy thing. Basically, I'm gonna give you topics. I'm gonna pick someone. They can pick up topic. It's going to be worth a set amount of points. I didn't put enough. I didn't want to put more effort than one thing per category.
As hard as you work at everything else in your life, this is the one thing that you totally.
I'll be
laid out
honest.
on.
Like this is not something I felt
I
like
am-
putting a whole lot of. But I did it. Damn it.
You did it. You straight C+. Good job, man.
Cool.
There we go.
So, and one of these is a special one that's actually might be worth some more points.
Okay.
So let's see. Our categories are history, countries, creature feature, music, and voice acting.
Did you just come up with that last one on the spot?
Yeah, I forgot to write that. I forgot to actually write that one down. I've been keeping track of points, damn it. So
That is true.
That is true.
You have been doing admin. We appreciate you.
I was gonna do this another way, but I realized that was gonna be really bad for podcasting, so I had to change it last minute.
Okay.
So, who is
Oh, my bad.
Oh, someone's at the door. Shit, get it.
Ethan?
It's me.
Pick one.
Let's go with creature feature.
Creature feature. Okay, this actor. Okay, this is Jeopardy, so they're asking a question. So asking a question.
The answer, right.
All right, and wait for me to complete it so I can actually look to see who's hitting first. This actor has played famous movie monsters such as the Pale Man, Abe Sapien, and the Fish Man.
Can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name.
Who
Jay.
is blank Jones? Because I can't remember his first name.
Throw out a rating of first name, you might get it.
Because he's also Saru on Star Trek Discovery. I honestly don't want to disrespect the man because his work is amazing. I don't want to just give a wrong name. So if I don't get the points, I don't get the points. It's just that.
Okay. Anybody else? Going
wish.
once, going twice.
Who is John Jones?
That's the Martian Manhunter, you asshole.
He said throw out a first name.
Yeah, and now you disrespect the
As
man.
also the MMA fighter.
Oh, yeah.
Barnaby Jones.
No, the correct answer is who is Doug Jones.
Doug
He is one of the guys
Yeah.
who's done some really, really great work.
Pan's
when-
Labyrinth.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Hot take. A better physical actor than
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis.
Andy
Yeah.
Serkis is also great, but
Yeah.
he is much better.
He's got much more of a wide range of,
Yeah.
of stuff he's done.
He was he also did I think you mentioned he did the Silver Surfer and he actually spoke the role, but they ended up subbing out Lawrence Fishburne for that. I do kind of wonder what his take on it
He was
like.
Abe Sapien in the first one, but damn, the dude who played
Niles from
Yeah.
Frasier.
He played the voice. He didn't want. He said that don't credit me because all of this is him. So in the second movie, Doug Jones just did the voice as well.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, great actor. We're giving you your flowers right now, Doug Jones. Jody. The rest, the
What are the categories again?
and that was for 300 for
300. Shit.
All the Spartans.
I'm in Jeopardy mode. 3 points. That was for 3
We
points.
had a limit of 20. You blew it all and then 15 times more on one.
So we have history, countries, music, and voice actors.
Can we combine it and make it country's music and say that the answer is the Applebee's song?
Let's not do country.
Oh, minus 8 points. for you.
No.
Fuck you, I
we'll
hate
go
that
with
song.
music.
Music. Okay. This European city is the resting place for both Jim Morrison and Frederick Chopin.
What is Paris?
Yes, that is 1 point for Jay.
Sure, it's not 300.
No.
Okay, just making sure.
I was gonna push, but he pushed first.
That's the whole reason for the buzzers.
Well, we have to wait for him to finish the question, so that's also, you know.
He did, didn't he?
Yes.
Yes, he
Frederick
did.
Chopin,
He
like,
did.
boom,
Yes.
bang.
Yes. Bang to
Okay,
bang.
Jay, history, countries, voice actors.
Let's go with history for however many points you have for it.
This is for 4 points.
Oh shit. Okay, there we go.
This ancient civilization is not older than Oxford University. Nobody?
Who are the Mayans?
No.
Who are the Vikings?
No.
Who are the Aztecs?
Yes.
Oh, very good.
Oxford University was founded in 1096.
Holy shit.
Aztec Empire was founded in 1325.
Okay, then.
So Jody has 4 points from that.
For a bonus point, spell Tenoctitlan.
How about Quetzalcoatl?
Quetzz. Quetzal. Zocoatl.
Possibly, I don't know.
Audience,
but
if
it's
he's
actually-
correct.
If I'm correct, shoot me. And if I'm incorrect, you're welcome.
But I know this because there's a game named this, and they talk about it on the Dice Tower, and Z Garcia knows how to pronounce this shit. Teotihuacan.
Teotihuacan, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah. I think I know Quetzalcoatl thanks to Final Fantasy.
First season of Doctor Who. They went to the Aztecs.
Oh, yeah.
They also went to a Beatles concert.
That's true.
Huh. So, this last one is voice actors. This is going to be for 5 points.
Wasn't there a countries, or did we already do that one?
We haven't done country.
There's countries and voice actors.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So we're just skipping the countries. We're just doing straight to last.
we're just going to do countries. Countries is for
Okay.
2 points.
I like this. Take charge.
This animal is the national animal of Scotland.
What is the unicorn?
Yes, 2 points for Jay.
I mean, if he gets it, he gets it. So
I had no idea.
I'm sensing like severe hostility here, and
No.
unicorn, come save me. Oh, it's the unicorn of defense.
It's
Thank
the
God.
last unicorn of defense.
It's a good movie.
Mary Steenburgen.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I know, isn't.
When the last
Actually, I think it's Mia Farrow.
Yes,
That-
it's Mia Farrow.
But I think Mary Steenburgen does a voice too. I think she
I think
does
she's
the
old-
human
older
the human lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Over the last
And,
dusty fountain.
Who Schmendrick is it?
I think it's somebody like John Hurt or somebody like that.
No, it's a goofier guy. I think it's like
Jeff Bridges?
Alan Alda. No, Jeff Bridges maybe.
I think it's Jeff Bridges.
Okay,
Anyway,
Okay, so we've done countries. That leaves us
acting.
with voice acting.
Voice
This is
acting.
going to be for 5 points, and if you get it, there are possible bonus. There's a possible bonus points with this one.
okay.
okay.
This voice actor has had over 870 roles.
Who is Mel Blanc?
No,
Who is Seth MacFarlane?
no, and I should take points away from you for that.
I'm glad we didn't
yeah.
write into the charter negative points. There you go. Who is Billy West?
No, the answer is Frank Welker.
Oh, okay.
And there would have been bonus points for being able to name at least 3 of his
that
voice
guy.
roles.
You can just name 3 random things. You might be right.
Probably,
Yeah.
because he's done a lot. You know,
All right.
he was the voice of
Optimus
Megatron, Fred from the original Scooby Doo, things like that.
Okay.
Tons of other things that I can't think of off the top of my head right now.
Lots of stuff.
So
All righty.
that is it.
All right. We're going to call that section Jep Brady.
Brady.
Instead of Jeopardy, it's Jep Brady. Unless Brady can come up with a better name.
No.
There we go. All right.
Brady it is.
All right. Brady, in addition to hosting, is also tallying up the points.
That's very
And
true.
we're going to be getting the points totals here. I'll play a song. Here we go. That's not a song. It's just people cheering. They're cheering you on, Brady. They believe in your math. We believe in your maths. Here we go.
So unless I completely mess this up, I have 8 points. Ethan has 10 points. Jody has 16 points. And the winner is Jay with 22 points.
Hooray!
Yay.
I thought I hit the same button again. I didn't.
Yeah.
There we go. Ladies,
Congratulations to Mr. J.
Thank you.
You get a bullet.
I have a silver bullet for the next episode, which we will talk about at the end of this episode. But, ladies and gentlemen, as always, questions, comments, suggestions. What did you like about this? What did you hate about it? Is this something you'd like to see or hear again?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're pulling into the bus stop here, and before we go, we usually like to give a shout out. So I'm going to say that if you like whiskey and or wrestling or both,
we're going back to that old one.
you should check out Whiskey and Wrestling. Jason Holder and
Okay, hang on.
Whoa.
Hang on. Now I have. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
We literally hung out with them an hour ago.
I had a brain fart.
We were vampires together with
I'm
these
having
people.
I'm
We
having a
watched Blood and
stroke.
Guts with them.
I'm having a no.
You might
we
notice
tried to
that,
watch.
that I'm not shitting on you for this because of all the mistakes that I have made.
Michael Hill and Jason Holder.
Yes.
That is their names.
That is true. Host a podcast called Whiskey and Wrestling, and they do a little bit of both. You should probably listen to them. They're on all the formats. Whiskey and Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to thank our special guest, J.L. Kite, for being on the show tonight. And I would like to plug his show, Fearology. He goes into a deep dive on his personal takes on horror movies of the American and foreign kinds. We did an episode with him a few episodes ago on...
It's probably not a few episodes ago.
Some
A while
episodes ago on J&K Horror, Japanese and Korean. Give him a look out on Anchor and Spotify.
Yes.
Again, that is Fearology.
All right, silence your cell phones. Blake Shelton and Miranda Cosgrove.
Cool.
There you go. Present upon you fantastic views on movies. It's actually Kevin Shelton and Jared Hubbard who will give you those fun views. Watch them on YouTube whenever they post, and it is some of the best stuff that you're going to see as far as movie reviews, in my opinion. Yes, I am friends with one of them, and would like to be friends with both of them, but as soon as I stop calling him Blake Shelton, maybe that can happen. But there you go. Yes, silence your cell phones on Anchor and Spotify, and also on YouTube, usually on Wednesdays, but again, any day of the week, they may just show up and provide you with some wonderful movie knowledge.
And if you're ever in Gaucher and want to check out some place where you can get magic cards, where you can get board games, where you can get, they have puzzles, they have all kinds of stuff for your entertainment needs.
Okay, I need to explain myself here real quick. Hold on. I started uncontrollably laughing at that, not because that they have puzzles, but
They do have puzzles.
Yes.
yeah, they do have puzzles, and some of them are 3D puzzles. They're very cool.
Yeah.
Anyone who knows anything like this, it goes back to before YouTube, but there's a group on the internet called Mega 64. They are a comedy. They are a comedy group. Some of the best video game based, and also like in real life comedy. Like they play Frogger in real life. Dude dressed up as Frogger and like was running out in the roads in San Diego. No one died, but I can't confirm that. Anyway, so one of their videos they did one time was plugging E3. And they did a parody called A3 Analog Arts Expo, but it doesn't work because it's not in the third
Right.
A. And so it's like, you guys got chess? Hell yeah! And then they get to, you guys got puzzles? What the fuck? No! And then they have a puzzle box open and they put a bomb in it and it exploded and all the puzzle pieces. So anytime, like when you said they got puzzles, I just thought, oh my God, the shelves are exploding
God.
right now.
They also have chess.
Yeah, they do
all
have chess.
They do have
Yes,
Wait, but
they-
that's a hell yeah. There you go.
RPGs.
You guys got cards?
Dice. If you like dice, they got a whole assload of dice. So yeah, come to Gaucher and check out McNarb Gaming for all your gaming needs.
You can even play there. They
And
have
thank-
plenty of tables.
Yes, they do have that too. They do Smash Brothers and shit like that too.
Who was an original Smash Brothers character?
Mario?
Yeah, that's
You're
correct.
correct.
You get
You're correct.
You get 300 points. They don't matter anymore, but you get them.
So yeah, and the owner of McNarb Gaming is Greg Spainer.
Thank you.
We
Greg.
want to say thank you, Greg, for allowing us to record in this studio area thing that we record in. That's for recording. Thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
That's the best description of this place we've ever done, and that was completely by accident.
Yes,
That's very
that
true.
was good. That was
Yeah.
good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say thank you for listening, and good day, good evening, good night, and we'll get you next time on Travelers on the Omnibus.
That's a Truman Show reference.
There you go.
On the next episode, like we've stated, is our next chalkboard episode. Jay, what is our next top 5?
Thanks.
Wait, hold on. Did you forget?
I didn't forget.
Then say it.
We're talking
Say
about,
it.
We're talking about a top 5 authors.
Favorite
That's
author.
right. And you're hosting, Ethan.
I
Yeah.
am.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, we did call that.
Honestly, he hosted the first chalkboard. So
He did.
Okay.
He did. He did a good job.
Yeah,
He
it should
did.
work. Good job.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you next time.
Bianca, we're gonna bring him home safe to you.
Help.
In a bag.
No.
No, a nice little like a bag that you would camp in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Like the ones that Jason sewed
But in the shape of Snorlax.
zip people in. And
Yeah, it'd be a
like, hanging
Snorlax
over the-
sleeping bag.
Yes.
I kinda
We're going to
like
make you a
that, but,
sleeping bag. How about that?
I'm kind of worried about what Brady said.
And I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Let it in, for Christ's sake!